Hey friends, this is Whiskey and Whit. I'm Whitney, and in today's video, we are doing a ton of wedding DIY specifically for a bachelorette party. I'm excited to show you how you can use your Cricut to customize a ton of things to get a personalized party on a budget, so stay tuned. So one of my best friends is getting married. So as the bridesmaid who loves to DIY, I decided that I was going to help with the favors and the items to enjoy at the party, like koozies and shirts. Now, if you go online, especially if you have a larger bachelorette party and you try to purchase things like koozies or bags or hair ties or anything personalized in a large quantity, it can get really expensive. So I wanted to share with you some ways that you could DIY, and also if you're not planning a wedding or a bachelorette party coming up, these would be fun just for parties in general, girls' weekends, kids' birthdays, etc.
So let's start with the bags that I put everything in. The bags and the tags are both from Dollar Tree. And because my handwriting isn't the best, I decided to use my Cricut to make everything look cohesive. So the first thing I did is I went into Canva and typed out everyone's name. I needed their names for later projects that I will share in this video. So I decided to go through and make everything the same size. Now I like to design in Canva most of the time and then import into Design Space. If you don't want to have this extra step, you could absolutely do it all with the fonts in Design Space. So once I had my one file with all the names, I imported it as a cut image. And here is a little hack that I like to use instead of having to upload everybody's name one by one from outside of Design Space. I have my one file here that I uploaded once and then I slice them apart. So I do that by adding a square and unlocking the aspect lock, so then that way I can make a rectangle versus a square. I made them just big enough that it covered the entire name, but it didn't touch any other names. So this one here, as you can see, the box with my name touched Kelly's name. And so I had to make that box just a little bit smaller because you don't want to cut two names at once. Once my boxes were all placed in the right spot, I selected the name file as well as one of the boxes, and I hit slice down in the right-hand corner. What that did is it took each individual name and it slices it away from the large name file. After I cut them all out, I went through and made sure that they were all selected as the same color. I just did black because it's easiest. And then I used white permanent vinyl. I just used permanent because I was going to use permanent on her cup that I'll show you in a second. And so it was just easier, but you could absolutely use removable vinyl for this project as well. I went through with my weeding tool, weeded everything out. And then I used paper transfer tape from Expressions Vinyl. The reason I did that is because sometimes the traditional transfer tape is too sticky when you're transferring to a cardstock or a paper like these tags. So instead, I just used the paper transfer tape. It worked super well. I will link it down below. It's one of my favorites. And now I had these personalized tags for about $2 because they were $1 for a pack of 6 at Dollar Tree. I used the same process and my designing in Canva to create 2 decals for the front and the back of this cup I got from Hobby Lobby. Her theme was cheetah print / let's get wild. I wanted her to have a special cup to use and to remember the occasion by. So one side said let's get wild, the other side said bride and her wedding hashtag. Be sure to use permanent vinyl here and let it sit for a couple days before you hand wash it. Do not put it in the dishwasher because I am always afraid that it's going to come off. So hand wash is the way to go. Up next are these really fun hair ties, and honestly, if you've ever been to any type of get-together with girls, somebody needs a hair tie, so these are a fun memento as well as really practical. I started in Design Space by creating a rectangle that would fit the size of my hair ties. I went up to the top and selected writing. That way the machine will know that I don't want it cut out of the cardstock. I want it written with my pen. Then it was time to add my text. So I typed out "Let's Get Wild," left some space for the hair ties in the center so it didn't cover my text, and then Andrea's Bachelorette and the date at the bottom. Then my last step was to select everything and click attach in the bottom right corner. That way your text will stay put and it will be written right where you want it. With all of the settings in place, because I wanted the exact same thing, I decided to cut 10. So I selected that on Design Space and then I followed the prompts. Step 1 was to write all of the text with my Cricut pen. And then once that was done, I was able to go back through with the blade and cut it out. Then it was time to make the hair ties. These pieces of elastic I got from Hobby Lobby for a couple bucks each, and I was able to make 10 of them with the 3 rolls, so it's super, super cheap. I cut a piece of elastic, tied it. It took me a couple tries to figure out what the right size needed to be, but then once I got that done, I just created a little template, cut out all my pieces, and then tied them and stuck them onto the cards. Everybody got 3 hair ties, which I think these are super cute and so on theme. I also added 1 Bachelorette one to Andrea's, so hers was a little bit more special. Got to do that for the bride, and that came from Etsy. If I can find the link, I will link that elastic down below. So to go with the hair ties, I also wanted to create some custom little bags so we could put everything in it, kind of like a survival kit, as well as a koozie. So again, I designed all of this in Canva. It makes it a lot easier for me to see everything and to match the fonts that I like. But again, you could absolutely do that in Cricut Design Space. I export as a transparent PNG, so I don't have to cut anything out in Design Space. If you don't have Canva Premium, no problem. You can export it and then use the magic eraser tool when you're putting it into Design Space to cut out the background. You just click all of the white and it goes away. Measured my koozies and figured out the height that they needed to be. I resized that in Design Space. Once they were ready to go, I grabbed some of this glitter heat transfer vinyl that I've had on hand for years. I'm pretty sure I had this from my wedding, but it was perfect for this theme. Just make sure that you're clicking mirror for your iron-on and also that your dial or your settings are set to iron-on. The other piece is when you put it on your mat, make sure that the shiny side is down for your carrier sheet. If you put that up, it won't work. Then I went through and weeded out all of my little decals. Also at the same time, I used the same process to cut out everyone's name again in the same font as the bags, but I made them so that they were the right width for my little cosmetic bags that I got from Dollar Tree. Iron-on vinyl is a lot easier to weed than the regular vinyl in my opinion, just because it stays down and you can pull a little bit harder. So that's why I am able to kind of fly through this pretty quickly. Once I had everything cut out, this was a Friday night, so I grabbed myself a cocktail and went through everything. I used my heat press, but you can do heat transfer vinyl with an iron. I just have this, and it was a really quick way to press it. I did 330 degrees for 25 seconds for both of them, and it turned out super cute. These are hard to see on camera, but the glitter was perfect on the cheetah print koozies that came from Amazon. Everything that I can find online for you guys, I will link down below to make it a lot easier. And finally, the biggest item were these shirts. The bride wanted matching shirts, and this was the inspo picture I got, and this is what I created. So I'm pretty proud of how I was able to recreate these in Canva. So you can absolutely purchase SVG files, which are scalable vector graphic files, off of Etsy. So you do not have to design this yourself, especially if you're not a designer. I enjoy this piece, so I go into Canva. I went back and forth between the inspo piece and my Canva screen, just so that I could basically recreate what they gave to me. But again, you don't have to go or be this extra. You can definitely just purchase a file and cut it out. I used this cheetah print file that I will link down below. It was a free download to create the cheetah print. I would not recommend going this custom route if you are new to Design Space and new to like graphic design, just because it was a little bit more advanced. However, if you understand how you can kind of separate SVG files, then you could totally go for it. But if you're brand new, you just got a Cricut and you're just doing this for your own wedding or things like that, just go ahead and buy the SVG if you don't want to mess with this, or go ahead and try it. That's the only way you'll learn. I know that's mixed messaging, but I would just word to the wise, if you are not big on, digital design, don't frustrate yourself. Just get the file to make it a lot easier. If you do go this route, I decided to do the two-tone leopard print, so I laid everything out. Then I made all of my black pieces attached as well as my brown pieces for the cheetah print. I cut all of the black pieces out of black infusible ink, and that you cut just like the heat transfer vinyl. And when you go to weed, it's a little bit more of like a cardstock. If you're new to Cricut and you're interested in learning more about the different materials you can use, I will link that video up above as well as down below for you, so you could get more information on that. We could be here for days if I shared that in this video. So once I cut everything out, I put the t-shirt down on my mat, centered my design, and you want to make sure that it is shiny side up. Put the butcher paper down that comes with the package of infusible ink transfer sheets, and then I pressed it at 400 degrees for 45 seconds. You want to make sure that you press straight down and pull it straight up. Do not do any type of rubbing because that will smear your ink. The cool thing about the infusible ink is that this is infused into the shirt instead of it sitting on top of the shirt. Now, because of supplies that I had on hand, I ended up using this gold, just regular heat transfer vinyl in the inside of all of the girls' shirts, and it worked out just fine. With that, I did 330 degrees for about 20 seconds. Then once everything was good, I peeled it off, and then here was kind of the shiny two-toned Let's Get Wild shirt for all the girls. Now for Andrea's shirt, I did do everything infusible ink, so I did the black infusible ink, and then I also did brown, and I layered that. Here is the entire package that I created for all of the attendees. So they got a shirt, a pouch, a koozie, some hair ties, and it all was put into a little bag for them. We also added some things like Advil and hand sanitizer because COVID, and it was a really cute little thing that they could have to use and then take home. Here's everything for Andrea. She got similar things as well as the slippers and the bride cup. And the last step was to package everything up. So I rolled up the t-shirts with the size tag on the outside so we could easily see what was what. And then I put everyone's name on the bag. So then when everybody got there, they could grab the bag and they knew if they asked for a large, their large shirt was in there. You didn't have to worry about anything like that. And then everything that was personalized with their name on it was all ready to go in their bag. I just used some yarn I had on hand and the tulle I've had from craft projects from ages ago. But you could use ribbon, you could use whatever, and the craft bags, just the simplicity of that worked super well. We had a really fun time at Andrea's bachelorette party, and everyone seemed to really enjoy all of the little items that were customized and personalized for the occasion. If you recreate any of these projects, please share it on social media and tag me. I would love to see your DIY wedding items.
Thanks so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments, do you have a wedding coming up that you are crafting for? I've got some projects that I am helping family with that will be making an appearance on my channel throughout the summer. So I'm excited to share some more wedding content. That's the one thing that I wish I would have done when I was getting married, is document all the DIYs we did, but we had a few other things going on. I think it was all done the way it was supposed to, but I still am bummed that I don't have those videos to refer you to. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss a future Whiskey and Whit video, and I will catch you in the next one.